What up YouTube, Topaz Jace back for another requested review, and this one is to Sk8board Bama Esoteric. And you know, that title perfectly fits exactly what you're trying to do. For those of you who don't know what esoteric means, pretty much means that this was only built but for a few. Now I say this because Sk8board Bama pretty much clings to reality rap. Pretty much he's not being like all of these other acts and such within hip-hop that's over exaggerating the drug lifestyle and all of that, man. And you know what? That's cool. Because quite honestly, all of these people out here that's just making up all of these stories and such, that's completely unfucking believable, man. They're making the game disingenuous and the community is somewhat suffering from it as well. But my brother, that whole reality rap thing cannot be your claim to fame, you feel me? Because there's so many other people out here that's already saying like, yo, everything I say is real. Even if what they're saying is not real at all, they're still saying that shit. So ultimately, your music's gonna be thrown in the same bunch as them just because it's too damn close. You definitely got to find some way to differentiate yourself from the competition better than this, whether it be with the music or whether it be with the image. And which, speaking of lyrics, that's definitely an area which you need to grow at and such, man, especially if this is going to be your claim to fame pretty much. Great thing about music is the fact that if you're a good rapper, you can rap really well about anything. Like, let's look at some examples here. Like, when you look at Rick Ross, talented dude. I like a lot of his music, but whenever he starts rapping about, say, tricking off on hoes, because that's what he does all the fucking time. Whenever he raps about tricking off on hoes, it's not really a comical punchline type of thing. It's more of, I'm going to buy you this. And he pretty much uses the cost of whatever he's buying these chicks to somewhat be the thing that carries the damn balls. While if you look at a guy like, say, Fabulous and such, whenever he raps about tricking off on these hoes, like he did on Put It In The Bag, you listen to the lyrics and he's pretty much making it into a comical thing that's very entertaining. You can do the same thing, but you got to use your damn tools. Like, to create potent punchlines, man, you definitely have a bunch of tools that you can work with, starting with your vocabulary, then you got metaphors, then you got wordplay. Your vocabulary, very self-explanatory, man. A lot of people just study the dictionary in order to increase the words. Like, as a rapper, you're only as good as the amount of words that you're using. Metaphors are pretty much using something that has nothing to do with what you're talking about, but you use that to explain what you're talking about. Like, let me give you a brief example. Like, I write an article every day at downloadpass.com, in which I have been known to do metaphors from time to time, and one of my favorites was me talking about Batman and how he relates to the underground rapper. How does Batman relate to the underground rapper? He doesn't. But yet the way I broke it down as a metaphor, it definitely fucking worked. Like how Batman made a name for himself in Gotham City by going out every night putting in the fucking work. And wordplay is exactly what it sounds like. You're just playing with your words, man. Like, let me give you a brief example from an underground rapper that I came across a long ass time ago. He said a statement multiple times, but each time it meant something different. He said, if you try me, I'll be slapping on your bitch ass. And later on tonight, be slapping on your bitch ass. Same statement, different meanings. Now, another thing I definitely feel as though you need to work on is mastering your flow and your delivery, because there are points in this mixtape where your shit is solid, other times the wheels just fall off. Like, my favorite songs off this mixtape was that Go Ham and that Higher. Go Ham is pretty much you going into the damn reality rap and such, talking about these situations that you lived through, and just rapping that shit on a solid beat, man. It was a solid track. Higher, you're more delving into like some weed music and such, man. Solid track there as well. But if you listen to those two songs and then directly jump into that Fuck With Me and that Hustle and Flow, it's kind of day and night, brother. Almost to the point that you question, is this the same guy? Did he record these songs like earlier and these ones later? That's really just a matter of consistency. Like, this is why in the music industry, once they started going out and getting weaker MCs and shit to put them on, it's why they was only giving them singles or ringtones and shit at first before they would actually give them a full project, because they just was not ready for a full project. Now, the ways you can work on your consistency: one, you have to practice like hell to make sure that everything you do is on a standard level of quality. Second, I would say record a lot, release a little. Like pretty much for the next project, man, I would say record, say 50, 60 songs and then only select the best 7 to drop. My favorite songs off this had some solid production, but when you first began off this album, it was very lacking, and then you went on ahead and threw an instrumental in there, and that's one thing you should definitely be aware of. Like, you use instrumentals in order to practice the basics and everything, man, but in the end, the game has changed. Like, people are getting sued today for instrumentals they used 10 years ago and still losing these damn battles. So ultimately, you want to deal with solid original producers and such, man. And I wanted to play you some stuff, man, that I definitely feel as though you would like. Like, there's a producer named Lambo La Musica. About to play some of this stuff now. I'm about to play you a second one, and if you want me to go ahead and go through my whole library of producers and such, man, in order to find you some of the best matches and such, just holla at me. We'll work something out. But here go the second one. But yeah, man, the dope ass producers, they're out there. You don't have to pay that damn much to get them and such, man. But in the end, wasn't that bad of a project, man. You just got a lot of growth to go. But definitely everybody watching this, go ahead, peep out his individual project. The link to it is in the description below. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there. And you can go to downloadpads.com, that's down there, to read today's article.